Hello friends, this is my next video on chapter called market segmentation, and we will try to cover learning objective 2 here, which is the basis of segmentation, its benefits and implementation. So first of all, talking about the benefits of market segmentation, see, it is very important that you create your segmentation so that you are able to sell your products and services at ease. As a marketer, you're clear and you're trying to reduce the risk for yourself only, because in order to create a product or service you end up paying crores of rupees, lakhs of rupees. So segmentation actually helps knowing company capabilities. It provides you the opportunities to expand your market. It helps you to create innovation. It helps you to understand your customers, their demographics, their psychographics, their geographics. It helps you to improve on your sales revenue. It helps you to provide more value to customers, more satisfaction, and in a nutshell, it enhances your profit in the longer run. So for us, it's very important to know that what is the base or criteria or categories of making segmentation. So the first step is to select the most appropriate base out of the major categories of consumer characteristics on which segmentation is carried out. So these are the major categories. The first one is the geographic segmentation. Second is demographic variables, psychographic variables, and behavioristic variables. These four are the main base or categories of doing the segmentation. So we'll explore them one by one at ease. And if you talk about, that's the criteria for doing the segmentation, included by behavior or benefit segmentation. If you talk about the geographic segmentation, that means you are dividing the world in two different locations on the basis of their proximity. So how the markets in geographic segments are closer to each other, easier to visit on the same trip. That's what the main point is here. So the logic is that common people or the common location, they have similar needs and wants as compared to those who live in other areas. However, this criteria for segmentation of this category is lowest ranked when we do our segmentation, but still it has got its own advantages and disadvantages. Like if you talk about Japan and Vietnam are both in East Asia, but one is high income and one is low income segment. If you geographically categorize India into different regions, so we've got north, south, east, west, and central. So the people belongs to north segment. They have common, or similar needs and wants in terms of food characteristics, in terms of clothing, in terms of you know uh, products, in terms of climate. So geographic segmentation is important. So how you do it? You divide the entire world into nations, from nation to states to regions to cities or metro sizes, to density of area like urban, suburban, and rural, and then as per the climate like pleasant, hot, humid, and rainy. And then, the most important marketing strategies used for geographic segmentation is that you directly mail, your merchandise through catalogs, toll-free numbers, one of the best strategies, satellite television transmission, global communication network, e-commerce, web marketing, because, these geographics are spread throughout the world. So shipping charge is the only burden to customers, else world has become a global village. So, moving further on to the demographic segmentation, that means the measurable characteristics of population. For example, age can be measured, gender can be measured, income can be measured, marital status can be measured, education can be measured, occupation can be measured. So, based upon the demographic segmentation, you need to find out that which are those characteristics that are best fitted for your products and services. So, you are trying to serve to whom? So, for example, No Marks Teen Face Wash is doing the segmentation as per the age. Garnier Men deodorant is a male segmented product. Mercedes do their segmentation based upon the income. So, there are few products which are for, married people only, or there are few products which are for divorced people only. Education, you need to find out the education of your target market. And likewise, so the demographic segmentation, the best criteria. And if you divide the countries by population size, so you can find out that if you're trying to enter as an international marketeer in a particular country, and if your criteria is the population, then you should enter China, India, US, Indonesia, Brazil. So these are the countries that have got the highest population in the world. So if you are, targeting on the population base, I have already measured in terms of the percentages. Then if you are targeting, as per the size of the economy, so higher the size of the economy, better the chances that you are targeting. So you should go to US, China, Japan, Germany, likewise. So these are the countries that have got the highest size of the economy. Then if you are targeting or segmenting based upon, let's say, services, based upon entrepreneurship, based upon the people who belongs to older than 64. So likewise, you have got all the demographics. So once you are through with the demographics, then comes your psychographics or psychological characteristics of the segmentation. So with respect to the demographics, you can segment by gender, you can segment by male, female, you can segment by age, you can segment by family life cycle, you can segment by household type, by income. That's for late and remarriage member. It's only for those people. This is for only for CAs. This is a premium brand only for people who've got the high income. There's a 50 plus market products, and Ole is for 30 plus people. So, you need to find out what do you want, to whom you want to serve, what kind of products you produce. So very, very important for you to understand the demographic segmentation, right? And Benetton, Sony, Swatch are actually targeting based upon the age or based upon the income, based upon the demographic segmentation. So this is also for senior citizens. So, for demographic segmentation, basically the measurable characteristics of the population. So population-wise, what China, India, Procter and Gamble, Unilever, Johnson and Johnson are targeting based upon the population in the world. So once you're done with the geographic, demographic segmentation, then you come up with the psychological segmentation, and you try to find out that how your target market will be motivated, what kind of needs do they have, what is their personality, how to build a positive perception for them, how much involvement is there for your products and services, what kind of attitude do they hold for your product. So for example, let's say ZMR bike is a sports bike, it's only for racing people. So that's the kind of marketing campaign or that campaign they try to create, through which they try to, capture the psychological characteristics of their segmentation. So heat deodorants do the psychological segmentation always most of the time. So then comes your psychographic segmentation. You are grouping people based upon their values, their lifestyle. Godrej does psychographic segmentation most of the time, and you conduct your research, you give questionnaires, and you try to understand their psyche basically. Then next is behavior or use related segmentation. This is based upon how often people will buy your product or how much they buy. That is the frequency, usage rate, and user status. In terms of user status, that means heavy users, medium users, light users, or non-users. So likewise, you can segment them. So tobacco companies are targeting China market because China people are heavy smokers. So 80% of the business comes from 20% of heavy users. So marketeer make ad campaign to target heavy users rather than light users. So behavior or use related segmentation is very, very important segment. I mean, sometimes brand loyalty is also used as a basis for segmentation. So you generate marketing schemes for those who are really brand loyal, and you give them points. So, loyalty is most important thing. For example, Jet Airways membership card, hotel membership cards. So, the more you travel, the higher the point you earn. The more you stay, the higher the points you earn. So, petrol pump does the similar way. So, behavior variables are actually user status, usage rate, loyalty rates, buyer readiness stage. They all are behavioral components. Then comes the benefit segmentation. Benefit segmentation is basically focusing upon a particular problem and the solution that it is trying to offer to your target market, irrespective of geography or demographics or psychographics or you know. So you are trying to give, let's say, value for money or convenience or social acceptance. For example, cleaner teeth by Oral B. So if you want to get cleaner teeth, then you should use Oral B. So there is no other segmentation criteria, only the cleaner teeth. If you want to have antivirus, if the virus is troubling you, so for protection of your data, you can have not an antivirus. So those who are having virus issues, they can go for antivirus option. For soft skin, you go with Olay. And for allergy relief, you go with Allegra. So this is just the benefit segmentation. It solves your problem. Anybody has this kind of problem, they should go for the benefit segmentation. So this, the consumers looking for, benefits such as functional benefit, social benefit, positive, negative emotional benefits, value for money. So that's how the brand try to capture the benefit segmentation, and it can be used to position various brands within the same product category. For example, toothpaste product category, and we will position various brands. For example, Sensodyne is for sensitive tooth people. Close Up is for white teeth and fresh breath, and Pepsodent is for for those consumers who want toothpaste that will fight germs. So within the toothpaste as a product category, you have various brands who are positioning themselves with respect to the benefit segmentation. So now the question arises how to implement the market segmentation. So the first and foremost is that you identify your market, that you intend to serve. So, however, get as much information about your intended target market as possible. Their geographic, their psychographic, their psychological, the kind of benefit they are seeking, their demographics, everything you try to find out. Then you establish a segmentation matrix, like what is their age, what is their income, what is the preferred method of payment, what is their geography, and then use those which you consider to be the most important to define a few master segments. And then you prioritize with the resources that you have, with the skill sets that you have, and with the likely impact of addressing each segment on any support or spare part services. So then you prioritize as per the vision and mission that your company holds. So that is how, we have spoken about the basis of segmentation, different benefits of segmentation, and how to implement it. So with this, I would like to end this video. And my next video, I'll be covering the remaining learning objectives. Thank you very, very much for listening to my content.